This video is for my brother, Mr. Real Talk. This is Amos, chapter 5. This is in the Stone Edition Art Scroll. My brother, Mr. Real Talk, a Hebrew practicing, Yah only, Hebrew Israelite. He said there is a what? There is a blood God that is in the scriptures that is written into the tanakh. And this is not the God of Abiyah. Well, I finally found who this blood God is. And here it is. It is in Amos chapter 5. And it reads, starting at 23, And it reads, remove before me the multitude of your songs, and the music of your lutes I will not hear. Rather let justice be revealed like water, and let righteousness like a mighty stream. Did you bring sacrifice and meal offerings for me for 40 years in the wilderness, O house of Israel? No. Guess what? He didn't. He says, let me show you where this came from. He says, you will carry off Sikkoff, your king, your image of Chad, Chiun, and the Cochahav, your God, which you made from yourself. Where did the blood sacrifice come from? Where did the meal offerings come from? They came from this king, from this person, and from this God, which you made for yourselves. I will exile you to beyond Damascus, says the Most High Yah. The God of legions is his name. It says here that this God is where the blood sacrifice come from. He did not teach this. Deuteronomy says there are 2 or more witnesses required. 2 or more witnesses. Here's your second witness of the same thing that we just read in Amos 5. And it reads, this is Jeremiah 7, starting at verse 20. Therefore, thus said the Most High Yah, our Elohim, behold, my anger and wrath will be poured out upon this place, upon the people, and upon the animals, upon the trees in the field, and upon the fruits of the earth. And it shall burn and not be extinguished. Thus says the Most High Yah, the Master of Legions, the God of Israel. Add your burnt offerings to your peace offerings and eat them. Eat their meal. For I did not speak to your forefathers, nor did I command them on that day that I took them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt or peace offerings. Rather, it was only this thing that I commanded them, saying, hearken to my voice, that I will be your God, and you will be my people, and you will go on the entire way I command you, so that it will be well for you. But they did not listen, and they did not incline their ear, but followed their own counsel and visions of their evil hearts, and they went backwards and not forward. They went backwards and not forward. Now let's go back to Amos. What did he say? 40 years. 40 years. 40 years. You did what? Did you bring sacrifice or meal offerings to me for 40 years in the wilderness, O Israel. Because he never taught it. This came from this God right there. Now let's prove that Jesus is the star, the God that you are worshiping. I looked up this word that is in this scripture. Kojav. What does it say here? Kojav is a Hebrew word meaning star. Don't he say he's the bright and morning star? It can also refer to the name of a place or be given name of surname. Additionally, it is used in the name of company, a mobile attribute, and analytic provider. In Hebrew, Kachav means star. It can also refer to a planet. Kachav can be given to the name often for boys associated with guidance and leadership. The name Kachav is a feminine form of the name. What does that say? What does that say? Who calls themselves the bright and morning star in Revelations? Who calls themselves the bright and morning star? And who did the Most High Yah say this God was? He said, he did not tell you this. Who told you sacrifice? The bright and morning star, Kachav, taught you sacrifice. He a lowercase God. The Most High said, I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm far from it, he says in Isaiah 57. That blood God is Jesus. Now, this is the name of this person right here. Image of Chuin. Transliterate the Hebrew, Kaya refers to a Syrian, Babylonian god Saturn. Specifically the planet Saturn as a deity. It appears in Amos 5:2-6. Ain't that what I'm reading right there? Where it's mentioned alongside Moloch, another deity. The Septuagint, Greek translation of the Hebrew Bible, rendered him Chuin or Raphan or Rampha. Look at that. It's a pagan deity. And he said, where did y'all get sacrifice from? From your God of this. Now let's find out who is King this right here. Watch that be King Jesus. Watch that be King Jesus, the wicked one. What does this say? Sikoth is a term that appears in the tanakh, Amos 5:26, and it is often interpreted as referring to the idol or a star god. What God do you know call himself the bright and morning star? Sakut, the Mesopotamian deity associated with the planet Saturn. This verse mentions carrying out Sekut, your king. Jesus is the star king. Ooh. And you got images of him, the star god, which you made yourself. Look at that. Sakut. Look at that. This verse in Amos condemns the Israelites for idolatry, specifically for carrying these idols as representations of worship. That is a what? All I did was put the name in there, and it brought out all that information. It brought out all of this information. Look at that. I just put the name in there. Just put the name in there, and it brought out all of this information. Stop the idol worship of Jesus Christos, Jesus.